Disney World's Boardwalk Inn. Is it worth the price tag? In this episode, we will be talking about one of Disney's deluxe level resorts, the Boardwalk Inn. As a father and a grandfather with a multitude of Disney vacations under my belt, I'm sharing my view in order to help you with your vacation decisions. I'm Casey, and this is Casey's Corner Views. My first impression was that it was a beautiful resort with lots of nostalgic charm. I think Disney's take on an early 20th century seaside resort felt, well, just like that. After taking in what can only be considered a beautiful lobby, we made our way to our room. I stayed in a one-bedroom villa that included a full kitchen. This is a great feature for those looking to save money on meals or accommodate any dietary restrictions. Having the capacity to prepare a quick breakfast or a late night snack added so much convenience and cost saving. A little added convenience is Carousel Coffee. This is a quick service place that is located adjacent to the lobby. You can purchase snacks, coffee, and they got some baked goods. There's a large gym area and also an arcade for you and the kids to have some fun. The heated pool provided a great area for some sun, some fun, and relaxation. Cast members regularly coordinated fun games and activities for the kids to participate in. You step outside of this resort onto an actual boardwalk that has so many amenities. There's the new bake shop that has some decadent desserts, and there's also a new sit-down dining location. There's an ice cream shop, the Boardwalk Deli, a pizza shop, and a corn dog kiosk that had several flavorful options to choose. I myself went with the pickle dog. This is a hot dog that was stuffed into a whole pickle and then fried to perfection. For a hot dog, it was so good. You have Margarita Joe's kiosk for some adult beverages. There's a great Italian restaurant, Trattoria Al Forno's, for a delicious sit-down meal. Next is the Abracadabra Bar, a magical-themed full-service bar. You can even rent a Surrey bike to travel around the Crescent Lake area of the boardwalk. They have a general store that provides you with food, drinks, souvenirs, and more. Now, our room had a spacious living room, a large bathroom that included a walk-in shower and a deep bathtub. The bedroom had its own large screen TV, and the king-size bed was very comfortable. Now, Disney's Boardwalk Inn is considered a deluxe level. Your choice of accommodations include everything from a standard 2-queen to a 3-bedroom villa. So now let's talk location. Now, if one of your must-haves when picking which resort at Disney World includes a great location, then this resort is high on your list. The Swan and Dolphin, the Yacht Club, the Beach Club are all located around the same lake as the Boardwalk Inn, offering even more entertainment and dining options. On the boardwalk, there was magicians performing, a variety of other live performances. It was just incredible. There are 2 Disney theme parks that are within walking distance, EPCOT and Hollywood Studios. Both of these parks are a short 10 to 15 minute walk. If walking is not your thing, then you can get on board one of Disney's boats for a relaxing ride to either park. You can also catch the Skyliner at both of these parks and enjoy the offerings at other Disney resorts the Skyliner travels to. So all of these things are strong reasons to consider Disney's Boardwalk Inn. Let's talk about the not so positive things I encountered on my vacation. First, while the resort offers a lot, it comes with a premium price tag. There are quite a few Disney deluxe level resorts that cost less, so there are better options if your priority is price. But the boardwalk is well worth considering if location and convenience to the parks outweighs the cost of your stay. Noise levels. This resort has a bustling nightlife. As a result, it can be on the noisy side, especially for rooms that are facing the outside boardwalk itself. I myself didn't find it overly disruptive during my stay, but light sleepers may want to consider asking for a quieter garden or pool facing villa. Additionally, I found the walls to be a little bit thin as we could hear our neighbors from time to time. While the theme of the resort is both whimsical and nostalgic, some areas could benefit from a refresher. And it's a good note that the resort is currently getting a facelift, with many rooms receiving a refreshing upgrade. You have to remember, this is a popular resort. That means the pool areas can be crowded at times, and dining reservations at nearby restaurants can be a little bit difficult to secure. Another thing that can be crowded is Disney's bus service to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. To sum up my views on Disney's Boardwalk Inn, particularly the one-bedroom villa that I stayed in, this resort offers a great mix of space, location, activities. It has classic Disney charm. While it's on the pricier side, the convenience of being so close to two parks, EPCOT and Hollywood Studios, the ability to prepare homemade meals in our own kitchen, and the lively entertainment of the boardwalk are absolutely standout features. That is a wrap for this episode on Disney's Boardwalk Inn. I want to put out a huge thank you to our sponsor, Disney Vacations with Jessica Yashin, your one-stop travel partner for an unforgettable Disney or Universal vacation. Whether it's planning your next vacation getaway or making every travel moment special, Jessica has you covered. Be sure to follow her on social media at busy.runninganddizen for the latest tips, deals, and insider magic. If you'd enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more adventures, and hit that bell for notifications. Until next time, keep dreaming and making magic happen.